Hey everybody, it's me, Richard, with Nightmares, Tears, Anyone. Today, I am going to be doing a list of over 60 horror movies you must watch during the month of October. Come right back after the intro. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's me, Richard. Hang on, I gotta take a sip of coffee. I am drinking out of what has become one of my new favorite mugs, Strong Brew. And my brew, I'm drinking salted caramel apple spice. Salted caramel apple spice. So yeah, in honor of Halloween coming up Sunday, today is Wednesday. I've got my trick-or-treaters going up to the witch's house. Yeah, I've never worn this shirt yet in a video. So this is gonna be a long video. Not a long video, but I'm gonna go through them really quick. Normally I would pop up graphics, flip the picture out and all that good stuff. I'm just gonna go through these 64 films. I'm gonna say the title, the year they came out. These are in no specific order. These are just movies that I try to watch every October. I've already watched almost 32 of them. So yeah, I have all these movies either on DVD or Blu-ray. Most of these movies, if you key in the title, I went through this morning, I got up at like 2:30. I went through searching on our cable box for horror movies free to me. Yeah, we have Netflix and Tubi and Shudder, but almost all of these movies were on your local cable system. So you don't even have to go rent or buy, go check, go rent the DVD or Blu-ray. So let's get into these movies. But before I do that, I want to shout out some new subscribers. Some of these subscribers are old subscribers from the other channel, but these are just ones I need to shout out over the last couple days. So first off, I want to say hi and welcome back to Kira over at Wi-Fi's Library, Roseanne Gonzalez, Marcella S, WVU 9787, sounds like a radio station, Tony Dominic, The Gothic Queen 931, Anita DeBoard, Mindy's Book Journey. Welcome back, Mindy. It's great to see you again. I'm glad you got your Reagan still up on that bookshelf behind you. B. Lee, that's Bruce, if you guys didn't know that already. G. Corbin 55, Brandon's Bookshelf. You guys, he's got a really cool book tube channel. If you haven't checked him out, go to Brandon's Bookshelf. He's got a really cool channel. Shelly Omnis. Shelly's really funny, you guys. Vintage Bits and Doodads, not interested. He just subscribed the other day. And then Michael T. Myers, Meyers, and Shelley Duvall, number 4426. That's pretty funny. So let's get into these movies. So here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna say the name of the movie, and those of you guys, if you want to know what I've been going through all week really quick, see this right here? I got a poisonous spider bite. And when I woke up Thursday morning, my face looked like it was horrible. I woke up with it, so I went to my dermatologist this week. She drained it, took out some of the poison pus, gave me a shot in the butt of some antibiotics, so it's going down. But yeah, it's still really tender. My whole side of my face is still really tender. And then yesterday I had my back my left upper wisdom tooth removed, my last one. I had my other 3 removed when I had my braces. Oh God, probably 10 years ago. I wore braces for 6 years, you guys. So let's get into these movies. So here's how I'm gonna do it. Now, like I said, these are in no particular order. These are all movies that I have rated 4 or 5 stars over the years. These are movies that I love, 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 love. You're gonna see tons of movies that did not make this list. However, so many of those movies that didn't make the list are movies that are on TV all the time. These are just movies that are special to me. They mean things, times in my life when I was little, when I was in high school, junior high school, or when something weird happened after I saw the movie. I got stories behind all these movies, but here we go, you guys, let's go. So, one more time, I want to welcome all the new subscribers. If you guys haven't done so already, and if you love horror as much as I do, hit that subscribe bell, right? Or that subscribe button. Ring the bell so you get notifications of when I post a new video, and let's get into these 64 horror movies you must watch in October or September. So, I am going to start with the one that started it all. That little tiny book right there. The book came out in 1958. That's Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Normally I would point right here, but you guys, as I say the title, I'm just going to edit and pop up the pictures of the movie poster, not the DVD cover. These are the original movie posters that were in the display cases when you would go to your movie theater. So, once again, I'm going to spend maybe 40 seconds on each one. I'm not going to give you synopsises. Most of these movies, a lot of you guys are never even going to heard of or ever even seen the poster for. So let's go. Here we go, you guys. Let's go. 1962's Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. I'll point up here, you guys, for the first one, but after that, I'm not going to do it for every single movie. Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Bette Davis's classic with Joan Crawford. Horror, 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 horror. Black and white classic. 1978's the original that we all love. And speaking of original, a lot of these movies have sequels. You're not going to hear me mention the sequels. Some of the sequels were great, some of them were terrible, some of them were even better than the originals. I'm just going to post and show the ones that I love the most. And 1978's John Carpenter classic, Halloween. See, it's hard for me not to point right there, you guys. Halloween, Jamie Lee Curtis's film debut in her being a scream queen. Classic movie, we all love it to this day. 1977's Audrey Rose, Tale of Reincarnation. One of the best stories ever and books written on reincarnation. It had a sequel, For the Love of Audrey Rose. Not that good, not as good as the original, but the movie's a classic. The movie's a scare fest, and it's very, very, very fucking creepy, especially that window scene. 2011's The Afflicted. This movie made my list because it is based on the true story of a horrific, horrible female woman who was the mother of a teenage daughter that the movie's about, and she was from Sacramento here. So horrific, hard to watch movie. Right up there with An American Crime, the true story, that we all know based on the Sylvia Likens, but The Afflicted, great movie. 1980s, He Knows You're Alone. You guys, this is the movie that still makes me scared to death to go on those carnival horror house rides. Because if you've ever seen the movie, you know the scene I'm talking about. Stars Don Scardino, the guy from Squirm, the redhead guy, and the boyfriend in this movie is played by Tom Hanks. It was his very first movie. So that's 1980s, He Knows You're Alone. 1981's The Funhouse. Yes, this actually had 2 movie posters. The one you're seeing there is the original. Tobe Hooper and the American Motion Picture Society thought it was a little bit too sexually demeaning, so they changed it to the other one that shows that creepy clown Jack in the Box that says, "Pay to get in, pray to get out." Yes, great movie. Great 1981 classic, The Funhouse, directed by our favorite Tobe Hooper. 1978's The Evil. This movie, oh my fucking God. It has got Victor Bueno and he stars the devil. And it is the most creepy ass depiction of the devil. Kind of cheesy. And yes, great, fun, horror. cheesy 80 movies, haunted house movie, but very, very creepy and very effective. 1981 classic from Wes Craven, Deadly Blessing. Oh my God, you guys know, well, you can see here from the spider bites, this movie has got one of the most terrifying scenes you will ever see that, deals with a spider. This was Sharon Stone's very first movie. Very effective movie. 1981's classic from Wes Craven, Deadly Blessing. Yes, good movie. Great movie. 1956, another black and white classic, The Bad Seed. If you guys don't know who Rhoda Penmark is, why the hell not? You're not a horror fan. The ultimate bad kid movie. The movie is so effective. Do not get up and turn your back on this movie. You must watch it all the time. You can't just listen to it. You have to watch it. The book is just as good. The book is completely different than the movie. Both extremely high rated on my horror listings. Both 5 stars, the book and the movie. 2009's Drag Me to Hell. This is a Sam Raimi film, one of mine and Bruce's, probably one of Bruce's favorite horror movies of all time. This movie was a fucking blast, you guys. It's gross, it's gory, it's scary, and it's so much fun. Yeah, it's a blast. 2009's Drag Me to Hell. He could have actually made a sequel. There was rumors that he was going to. Doesn't look like it's ever going to happen. 1974 is the original Tobe Hooper classic, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yes, good old Leatherface and the Sawyer family. They weren't called the Sawyers in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, not till the second one when they decided to open a chili cooking business. And a lot of you think that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was based on Ed Gein. It actually wasn't. It was actually based on Tobe Hooper. The director was standing in line in a very hot hardware store one day, and he got his idea from, wow, what would it be a trip if one of these customers in here just grabbed one of these chainsaws and started killing people? Yeah, but they turn it around. The crime that happened, what was true is blah blah blah. We all know the story, but still 5-star horror classic. Very little blood. It's all psychological. It's all in your head, but it's a classic. 1973's later re-released in 2000 as the director's cut, the version you never seen, The Exorcist. Still a movie that scares the shit out of me to this day. I remember being 13 years old and I snuck into the theater to see it. I regretted it that whole summer, and I regretted it for years to come. The movie still terrifies me to this day. It's very graphic. It's very disturbing. I still want to see the Broadway play. It has toured in like 11 U.S. cities. But that is 1973's. Later re-released in 2000 as, like I said, the director's cut, the version you never seen, The Exorcist. A year later came out this one by Bob Clark, 1974's Black Christmas. Still one of the most horrific serial killer, creepy ass that takes place during the Christmas season. Mostly on Christmas Eve, Christmas night. Very horrific classic horror movie. And to think that it was directed by the guy that directed A Christmas Story. Who would have ever thought? 2018's Hellfest. This is still one of my favorite movies of the last 5 years. Great movie about those haunted houses and those scare fests that we go to every Halloween. If you've never seen this movie, check it out. Especially now before Halloween, it'll make you think twice before you go to another one of your local haunted houses. 1981's Hell Night with Linda Blair. Love this movie. Love. So cheesy. Garth Manor. Yeah, if you guys have never seen Hell Night, check it out. It's on everything. It's on Tubi. It's on Shudder. You can just find it on your regular in demand. Hell Night. Linda Blair shakes her boobs a lot in it. She wears this ridiculous dress and these white boots throughout the whole movie. But I still love it. I give it 4.5 stars. It's still one of my favorites that I have to watch every year. Bruce thinks it's so cheesy and dumb. I love it. I love Garth Manor. And Peter, what's his name, was really hot in it. Yeah, he played that werewolf guy on that TV show. 2013's Cannibal. Now this movie is going to be hard to find. This movie, we checked it out the year it came out. We checked out the unrated DVD on Netflix. I've only watched it once. Once was enough for me. 1974's Deranged. This starred Robert Blossom as Ed Gein-based serial killer. This has got to be one of the best portrayals of the creepy old man motherfucker, Ed Gein. Yes, Ed Gein was one creepy, weird dude. We all know the story. Tons of movies have been based on him and books. Check out, yes, 1974's Deranged. Love that poster art too. Yeah, poor little Sally Mae. She didn't even know what was coming to her. 2004's Hellbent. This was a great movie, and it was the first big budget gay horror film. Yeah, it takes place during Halloween night in San Francisco, and Larry Yance, you will love this if you have not seen it. Check it out. Yes, it's a great movie. Love Hellbent. 2004. Another movie that came out in 2004. It was, I think it's French, Malevolence. This movie has got to be one of the best portrayals of a female surviving in a horror film. It's very graphic. It's disturbing. Check out the foreign film. The remake, the U.S. remake is terrible. Check out, yes, 2004's Malevolence. 2019's, I just watched this, about 4 or 5 months ago. He's Out There. Great movie, so much fun. It'll remind you of those 1980s Jason movies and all that stuff. But yeah, check out He's Out There. It's on Shudder, Tubi. It's on In Demand. It's everywhere right now. It's even on Amazon Prime. 1977's Adrian Zumbi. You'll love this one. This is a shout out to you. 1977's Shocker, starring Christina Rains, Chris Sarandon, The Sentinel. Yes, that Dan Brownstone did have a sequel book, The Guardian. In fact, they're both sitting right there. I actually liked the second one better than the original, but 1977's classic The Sentinel is still disturbing. Love that butcher knife with her father scene. Yeah. 1976's Mansion of the Doomed. This played in the drive-in movie theaters that summer that it came out. Me and my girlfriend at the time, we went and saw it. Oh my God, it was so gross and disturbing. It's gross. It's gross. It's a hard movie to find. You can find it on YouTube all cut up. You can find it on YouTube Movies, but yeah, check out Richard Basehart, Gloria Graham in Mansion of the Doomed. It's also titled Mansion Massacre, I think, in Canada, but yeah. 2017's Terrifier. You guys, Art the Clown makes Pennywise look like Chucky in Child's Play. Yes, Art the Clown is absolutely, as the title says, terrifying. Part 3 is coming out, supposed to come out sometime next year. 2013's prequel, the first one with Art the Clown, All Hallows Eve. Very, very effective, low-budget film, very gory. Check them both out, they're great films. Now we get back to the 70s, 1977's Last House on Dead End Street. Don't get this confused with Last House on the Left, completely different movies. If you can, check out this artwork right here is from the 3 hours and 45-minute director's uncut version. We saw it in 1977 at the drive-in. It had lines around the block to get your car in. There was no cast, no credits. This movie only played one weekend. It played that Friday and Saturday night at the drive-in. It was packed, sold out crowds in Seattle at the drive-ins. We tried to go back a week later. They had pulled it from everywhere. So if you can, even if you can just check out the unrated Blu-ray, it's still like an hour and 45 minutes. It's effective, but if you can get that almost 4-hour director's uncut, it's very fucking disturbing. You will see stuff in this movie you swear to God is real. 2008's Trick or Treat. Love this movie. Love Little Sam. Great anthology horror movie. Very, very, very good. Very little creepy little character. In fact, you guys, I have a surprise. Something coming up pretty soon with Little Sam from Trick or Treat. So look for that in the next couple coming months. Back to the 70s. 1977's the original classic Suspiria. I am so sorry, you guys, that I keep pushing my glasses up. I don't know why I'm doing this. I feel like Ugly Betty. Yeah, I feel like Betty Suarez, American Ferrera from Ugly Betty. She always did that on the show. In fact, we're watching it right now again on Netflix. But Suspiria, classic Dario Argento film. Very creepy. That poster art right there, I don't know what the hell those are supposed to be. They're supposed to be hearts cut out in the letter shapes, but they beat. They used to beat on the commercial that showed the original artwork. The remake with Dakota Fanning, just as good, just as disturbing, but I still like the original classic better. 2003's Darkness Falls. Yes, this is the tale of the Tooth Fairy. Very scary. And yesterday I just had a wisdom tooth pull. So I still need to watch Darkness Falls before Halloween. 2019's, now I just watched this 3 nights ago. This is In the Trap. You guys, this is a demonic, I don't want to say a demonic possession movie. Just stay with it. It's everywhere right now. I told Adriana the other day she needs to look it up. It's on Amazon Prime and it's on Tubi and Shudder. The movie has an end that will blow your ass away. Yeah, loved it. 2019's In the Trap. Back to the 70s, 1979's Tourist Trap. Yes, as the poster said, every year thousands of tourists go missing. This movie to this day still, I think, is right up on par with 1974's the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. If you've never seen Tourist Trap, check it out. You will never see Chuck Connors in this way ever again. Well, of course not, because he's dead, but the movie still has one of the most disturbing death scenes in it you will never ever forget. 1988 to the 80s, Lady in White. Lucas Haas is one of his best movies, I think, of his career. It's a coming-of-age story. It takes place in the late 50s. Phenomenal coming-of-age story about a boy during the Halloween season. Very creepy, very effective, and yes, it still makes me cry. That's 1988's Lady in White. Now to the 90s, 1995's Casper, starring Christina Ricci and Bill Pullman. Love this movie. Love, love, love. I grew up on watching Casper the cartoons, but this movie was so well done. The live action ghosts were, well, they were CGI'd, but they looked live action. And yes, I cry my eyes out every time I watch it. That last 10 minutes gets me every single time. 1987, back to the 80s, Dolls. Charles R. Band's production of Dolls. Yes, to watch it to this day, the animatronic dolls is kind of cheesy, but the movie is still fucking creepy. Very, 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 very creepy. The little girl, the daughter of the mother and father, she's just as creepy as the old toy maker. Yeah, love this movie. Now to the 2000s. This is from 2003. This is Wrong Turn, the original. Now there's been 7 Wrong Turn movies made. The second one was okay. From those downward, I didn't like any more of them. Now, you guys know how I feel about this book and movie. This is one of my probably favorite of all-time haunted house movies and books, 1976's Burnt Offerings. Oliver Reed and Karen Black and Bette Davis. Yes, Bette Davis is in it. Great movie. Seen it thousands of times. Read the book so many times. Love both of them. 1976, another movie from the same year. My favorite Stephen King adaptation and Stephen King movie of all time, Carrie, starring Sissy Spacek, John Travolta, Amy Irving. Oh my God, there was PJ Souls, Betty Buckley. The movie's incredible. Still the best Carrie adaptation. The one from 2013 or 2014 with Chloe Grace Moretz, I did like it though. Yes, I thought she was. It was a great interpretation and what's it called? Transformation of the book, whatever they call it. Now this is to the 90s. Speaking of Stephen King, you guys know how I feel about The Shining, the Stanley Kubrick movie. I hated it, never liked it when it originally came out. But 1997's 5-hour miniseries of The Shining, as you can see right here from the poster, it says Stephen King's The Shining. Yes, Stephen King wrote this script, and it's absolutely spot on to the book, except the very last probably 2 minutes. But this miniseries fucking is incredible. Excuse my French. Love, love, love this movie. Love it, love it, love it. Cortland Mead plays the best Danny Torrance. Steven Weber was great. I thought he was 10 times better than Jack Nicholson, but the movie was, the miniseries is great. I hated the movie, but I do love the frigging miniseries. And they filmed it at the Stanley Hotel. Yes, they did film it at the Stanley Hotel in Estes, Colorado. Yes, Brandon Burnson. Brandon Brunson? Was it Brandon? God, now I forget. It was either Brandon or Solomon Petchers. I think it was Brandon. Yeah, it was Brandon. They just went last year, him and his wife. They went and checked a room out at the Stanley Hotel. I was so jealous. They did it during the Halloween. They saw The Shining on a big screen. Yeah, I was so jealous. But yeah, love the TV miniseries. Guys, you should check it out. Now back to the 80s. 1982's Alone in the Dark. And we are not talking about that stupid Christian Slater sci-fi movie. This movie is, oh my God, has one of the most shocking endings. The child molester in this movie, it's about, well, I don't want to tell you. I don't want to ruin it. I'm not going to give any spoilers. But you guys, if you've never seen 1982's Alone in the Dark, check it out. It's great. And I'm sure Adri's going to say, Richard, I've never even heard of that movie. I've never seen it. Why the hell not? Yeah, it's just like, yeah. And B, you need to check this one out too. Just don't watch it by yourself. You and your mom should watch it one night. It's on everything right now too. But yes, that is 1982's Alone in the Dark. Back to the 80s. Yeah, I sound like a bad Cyndi Lauper or MTV music VJs. 1980s, Maniac. Yes, one of Tom Savini's most incredible special effects-laden gore fest movies. Yes, the remake with Elijah Wood was great. I gave that one a 4-star, but Maniac, the original, I warned you not to go out tonight, is still a 5-star watch for me. Back to the 80s, the same year, The Prowler. Oh my God, you guys, if you're gonna watch this movie, make sure you watch the unedited or the uncut version, the original theatrical release. It has got one of the most disturbing bayonet scenes you will ever see in a film. And for 1980, it's beyond anything we see today. Just make sure you turn the lights down because it is a very dark film. You want to see those gore effects up close and you want to see them great. Okay, now we're moving just to the 2000s. This is 2008's The Strangers. I've only seen this movie twice. Bruce and I went and saw it the weekend it was released, and then I watched it again when the second one, The Strangers Pray at Night, came out. You guys, I still can't watch this movie. The movie scares me so bad because I'm petrified of home invasions, and The Strangers is one of the best ones. Oh my God. Yeah, it's creepy. Creep fest. I always wanted to dress up like Sackface, but I don't know if I could do it because I'd be afraid I'd get possessed by him. Now we're back to the 2000s. 1 year previously, 2007's Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. Now you guys, I tried to watch this twice when it originally came out. I thought it was so dumb. I couldn't even get halfway through it. Now I think it's a classic. It is a classic. Just such a well done movie. It's yeah, absolutely phenomenal. Check out 2008's Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. It's not what you think it's going to be. Now back to the 70s, one of my favorite, I guess you could call it a creature feature movie, 1977's Squirm. This is the movie starring Don Scardino. Yes, and you guys, if you've never seen Squirm, why? It is the best Mother Nature Strikes Back eco horror film about a small town during a horrific lightning and rainstorm. The power lines go down, go into the wet dirt, and cause billions of these ugly ass bloodworms to come up out of the ground. That's all I'm saying. Back to the 2000s, 2017's The Houses That October Built. Now, this has a sequel. The Houses October Built 2 wasn't as good, but it does pick up right. I think it's the next Halloween later. This first one, still. It's one of those ones that affected me so bad, it scares me to go to a local haunted house. Sorry, you guys, it was either take a sip of coffee or cough. Yeah, my allergies are really bad. So where were we at? Houses that October Built. Now, sorry about the glasses, you guys. I don't know why I'm doing it. I think it's a bad habit. Now we are back just a couple years ago, 2019's. I did a review on this on my previous channel. 2019's The Mortuary Collection. You guys, this movie was so much fun. I gave it 5 stars. So did Bruce. We placed it right up there alongside with Drag Me to Hell. So much fun. Very disturbing, funny, gory, scary, and it was filmed in Washington, the same little town that Goonies was filmed in. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, you guys, it's on Amazon Prime. It's on Shudder. Check out The Mortuary Collection. Great, fun film. Now, this goes to 1957, a year after The Bad Seed. This is considered my all-time favorite movie of all time, next to Meet Me in St. Louis. This is Man of a Thousand Faces. Yes, I don't have to say any more. It stars James Cagney as the legendary Lon Chaney. You guys, if you've never seen this movie, watch it. It's a classic. It's phenomenal when we see how the man created those monsters that we all learn to love, and yes, you're gonna bawl your eyes out. So we're moving back up to the 2000s. 2002's Dahmer. This stars Jeffrey Renner. It was his very first movie, and he plays an incredible Jeffrey Dahmer. Yes, I still give this a 5-star rating. Great movie. 2001's Orphan. I'm not gonna say anything, just watch it. And look at the poster art, really, really, really good. And comment below or email me. Tell me if you see something weird in the poster art. Yeah, look at the poster art, really, really good. Now we're back to the same year, 2001's The Others, starring Nicole Kidman. Great haunted house movie / ghost story. Phenomenal, great movie. 2007, Dead Silence. James Wan's classic. Still my favorite movie by him of all time, Dead Silence. Oh, Mary Shaw, still one of the creepiest things. I don't know why I have any of these dolls or these pop figures in here. Yeah, thank you, Mary Shaw. The bitch is creepy. 2013's another James Wan film, The Conjuring. The first one of the 8 or 9 movies that have been made. Still my favorite of all of them. Now, we are going back to the 70s with this one. 1975's Race with the Devil. I was 14 when this movie came out. I went with my older brother and his girlfriend. We went to the drive-in. Oh my God. Stars Peter Fonda, Loretta Swit, who I made a Pac-Man bracelet for. Yes, I beaded her a beautiful Pac-Man bracelet with the whole scene of Inky, Winky, Blinky, whatever, chasing, eating the things up. But yeah. If you've never seen 1975's Race with the Devil, you need to watch it. It's a classic. It'll scare the holy shit out of you. And it was before, it's considered an action-adventure movie, but it's very demonic. It's about 2 couples that are on a cross-country road trip. They're in a big old huge Winnebago. They travel through California or some weird place, but they witness a satanic sacrifice. That's all I'm going to say. Back to the 90s. 1993's The Good Son. Love this movie. This starred Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood. Great film. Kind of a ripoff of The Bad Seed, but when you watch it, it's a good film. I love it. Back to the 80s. 1985's Demons. Now, a lot of you guys think that this is a Dario Argento film. It's not. It was produced and presented by him. It was a Lamberto Bava film. God, I gotta stop this with the fucking glasses. It's driving me nuts. Yeah, watch Demons. Demons 2, not so good. It is an Italian film, so you have to watch really bad dubbing or but yeah, it still is creepy. It's still fun. It's gory, especially when that thing comes out of that girl's cheek. Oh my God, it looks like when the doctor popped that or drained that spider bite. Gross. So this is even earlier than that. This one, I was only 10 years old. This is 1971's Let's Scare Jessica to Death. Some people consider it a very twisted psychological suspense film. To this day, it still scares me. Makes me afraid to go out on a rowboat, yes. Or even go out to the middle of a lake and, swim out to the dock, yeah. Well, you can tell by that poster art right there, yeah, Let's Scare Jessica to Death. It was a great drive-in movie theater. It played for forever. This is another one in the 70s, 1978's Magic. Yes! Did Corky just scare the shit out of you or not? Or what? If you've never seen it, why? One of Anthony Hopkins' earliest roles and one of his best. And it starred the gorgeous Anne Margaret right beside him. So, yeah. Back to the same year, 1978, the original, the cult classic, I Spit on Your Grave. I don't have to tell you anything about this movie. Just, I will never take a bath in a bathtub with a girl ever in my life. Now back to the 2000s, we're at 2005's Hostel. Eli Roth's most shocking, gruesome, gory, yeah. I ain't ever staying at a damn hostel. I don't even, since I saw this movie, Bruce laughs at me, but I still think about what hotels we're staying at when we go to Disneyland or Disney World. Hell no, the movie was shocking. 2 and 3, 2 was good, 3 wasn't that good. Back to the 80s, and I only got 2 more. 1987's Hellraiser. Clive Barker's, oh my God, phenomenal classic about Pinhead and all the other Cenobites. Creepy ass people. Yeah, very scary, very gory movie. And last but not least, you guys, I could go on forever with this list. There are thousands. I've watched just as many horror movies as I have read books, I think. Well, maybe not as much. No, probably more. But the last on my list, and yes, I promise I'll do another one of these because I'm really having a blast doing this. This is 1972's The Other, based on the smash bestseller by Thomas Tryon. This is the story about twin boys, Holland and Niles. And let me tell you what, as the poster says, do not reveal the secret of the other. Yeah, great classic movie. You guys, I am Richard with Nightmares, Tears, Anyone, and you guys have had a blast telling you about these movies. I just finished this yesterday. Halloween to Remember review is on my Goodreads channel. I finished another book. I haven't written that review yet, but you guys, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go eat something. Take care of you guys. Watch those horror movies. And as always, live your life like a book. Yes, live your life like a story, you guys. Don't ever turn that last page. You guys take care of yourselves. Tell those that you love that you love them. Have a phenomenal Sunday. I don't know if I will see, well, I probably will. Zero and me will do a little Halloween wish to all you guys. But you guys, I'm Richard. Take care of you guys. And as always, stay scared. I'll see you at the movies. Bye, guys.